Hello and welcome to this week's edition of SCTV3 Sports Extra. I'm Michael Laine, bringing you the latest on all things Pride Athletics. Here's a look into how Springfield College athletics performed this week. Men's lacrosse dropped both of its games this past week. One came to 10th ranked Amherst and the other came ranked 20th against ranked Endicott. Caden Quirk receives the ball, heaves it across the field as far as he can, finds Jake Degnan, who shoots and scores. The Pride play Babson at Saturday on Stag Field, starting new MAC play. Men's volleyball defeated both Endicott and Hunter College over the weekend in a tri-match, beating both teams in 3 sets. Endicott goes for the kill, blocked by Springfield, who sets it up for Jake Delorius as he sends in a kill of his own. The Pride also beat MIT on the road, moving up to 17-2 on the season. They will play Russell Sage tomorrow at 6. Springfield College softball opened up its season on Saturday with a doubleheader against number 12 Williams College. In the first game, both pitchers were on fire, allowing no runs through 5 innings. Amelia Derosa pitches down the middle, contact made by the Williams batter, who lines out to shortstop Katie Manzone to end the inning. The Pride had another doubleheader on Sunday against Hartford, winning both games. Yesterday afternoon, Springfield College athletes and students gathered around the steps of Blake Arena to honor the members of Pride Athletics who qualified for nationals. Track and field, swimming and diving, gymnastics, and wrestling, athletes are gearing up to compete in their national events in the upcoming days. The celebration included a few words from their coaches and then a walk down the steps of Blake Arena as their fellow teammates and classmates cheered them on in their journeys at nationals. Joe Wong, a qualifier in the 800-meter run for track and field, is excited to represent Springfield College on the national stage.
Man, it's awesome. It just shows that, all the hard work that's been going on since last summer, it's paid off. And I'm really excited to go to nationals, go to Nazareth, put Springfield on the map, show them what we're made of, and bring them some hardware.
The athletes will compete over the next 2 weeks. SCTV3's Liam Riley sat down with Amelia Derosa of the softball team to discuss opening weekend and the outlook of the rest of the season.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of our Athlete in Studio interview. I'm here with junior on the softball team, Amelia Derosa. Amelia, how'd you start with softball?
It all actually started with my dad teaching my brother how to play baseball, and he was not having it. And then I brought out the tee myself and started teaching myself. And when he saw that I actually was interested, he was all in on it. So I pretty much just caught my dad's interest, and he got me going with t-ball and all that jazz, and we just kept going.
You guys lost to Williams, but you rallied back against Hartford. How important is it to win early in the season?
I think that winning early sets a good precedent for the beginning of the season, and you're setting that standard that you want to continue to uphold. We still, not a big deal to us that we lost to Williams. We, just kind of brushed it off, moved on to Hartford, and did our best. I think it's a really, really big thing on our team to try to win as much as possible, obviously, and win early on and just stay strong. So, very important.
Yeah. So you pitch and hit. Does practice look a little different because of that?
Yes, I think I have to, show up an hour early, stay an hour later to do a bullpen. I have to make my way to third base, have to take some fielding reps of pitching. Got to make sure I can hit. So occasionally we'll do hitting practices, but for some others that's a 1 hour on the tees and front toss. For me, that's an hour bullpen and also an hour hitting and whatnot. So bouncing a lot back and forward.
That sounds like a lot. How do you handle it?
I think I just want to do it so badly. If I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't, and that would be difficult. I think if you have to want to work that hard and want to do all those things. I came to Springfield because I knew I would get the opportunity to at least try to play all those positions, which is I'm really, really grateful for. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So my last question is, what are the team's goals for the season?
We are trying to set find our new identity as a team and kind of be just a collective unit instead of a team of individuals. We want to win a new MAC championship. We want that every year. We don't want MIT to get the three-peat. I know everyone on the team is working their hardest out there and supporting one another. So I'd say our goal is to come out strong and not care who's in the other dugout. We do not care who's in there. If it was Williams, Hartford, or whoever else will play, we're just going to go at them full force.
Yeah, that's a great mentality to have. That's going to be it for this week's athlete interview. Amelia, thank you so much for joining us.
Softball returns to Potter Field March 29th for a doubleheader against Emerson. Now to look at the upcoming athletic schedule. Men's volleyball continues on its dominant campaign when it takes on Russell Sage tomorrow night. Women's lacrosse looks to bounce back after losing to number 15 Trinity. It can do so on Saturday night against Emerson. Later, men's lacrosse faces off against Babson for its first NUMAC Conference game of the year. Track and field competes in the NCAA Division III Indoor National Championship this weekend. After an opening weekend at home, softball will travel down to the Sunshine State next week to compete in the spring games. Nina Lamb and Christian Butler qualified for the NCAA Division III Swimming and Diving Championships and will compete on Wednesday and Friday. To see each team's full schedule, go to SpringfieldCollegePride.com. That's it for this edition of Sports Extra. Stick around after the break to see how students are planning to spend their spring break.